Hello gaming fans, I'm Beef and welcome to Menace from the Deep, a Lovecraftian Slay the Spire type game. Now it is heavily influenced by Slay the Spire, so much so that some of the cards are exactly the same, but I think it does enough differently that you can't really say it's a 100% copycat. It's just heavily inspired. Now I think it's made by a solo developer, they're called Flatcoon Games, and the fact it says follow me suggests it's one person there from the Ukraine. And I have played this game quite extensively before. I don't know if it was common if it was first came out, but around October, November last year. But it's just had a new DLC, which I bought, and I thought I would give it another go. Because when I did play it originally, there were some balance issues, and I do wonder if they fix it. Unfortunately, I did play it a bit earlier today, and they haven't, and I'll get into that in a bit. But for now, let's get into it. So we're going to do story mode. So basically, as it says, story mode, you basically got to go through a story to unlock things. Custom game, everything's available. And then this is the game I started earlier. Let me just delete that. This is a game I played before, so did quite a lot. But let's start in slot B. Now, what makes this different to Slay the Spire and a lot of other of these type of games is there is a lot of story, especially at the start. And it is all fully voiced, but I am just going to skip these. Basically what it is, in Innsmouth, which is a town in one of Lovecraft's stories, there's some strange going-ons, and there's this secret society called the Moths, who are trying to find out what's going on. They're chatting to the mayor. You've got Mr. Grum and Dr. Kraus, but they are known at some point as Head and Brain. See, Brain, now it's Head.
Keep your composure.
I'm going to skip this because we do get into our first tutorial fight. If it loads. So here we are. And if you played Slay the Spire, this will look very, very familiar. So we are, at the moment, Hand, and you say he's a human. These are humans as well. And we've got a little assistant called Lotus, who's also a human. So if you see up in the top left, we have a couple of relics. They do pretty much what, these are your bonuses that you get. We have equipment as well, which are also bonuses. But the equip spots, I think you start with 3, but we do have things that increase them. And then consumables, as you would expect. We have abilities. These change depending on the characters and take insight. So, for example, Hand's ability costs 2 insight to heal a 4 to a hero or an ally. We also have Frenzy, which increases when we do stuff. When we attack or get attacked, and once we go into Frenzy mode, we deal 50% more damage and receive 50% less damage at X turns. That doesn't happen that often, usually only during boss fights. And then we've got our energy. One of our equipment gives us an extra energy, but does remove 2 consumable slots. And then what is also different, I like from Slay the Spire, is we have a combo bonus. So for every attack we play in a turn, we get, it says ×3, but it's +3. So if we dealt 10 and then 12, we would do 15 on the second hit. Same with block, but it's +2. So we've got 3 enemies, and we can see what we're doing. One is going to put a curse on the main character. One is going to do block, and the other one is also going to do block. They have an ability called Resilience, means every time they get attacked, they gain Dexterity, which reduces the damage, incoming damage by 1. And our ally is going to hit all of them. So what we will do is we will use our smoke breaks. The next round we draw 3 cards. Take a swing. Exhaust works the same in Slay the Spire. Basically means once we play it, it's gone for the rest of combat. But we gain 8 power basically for the next attack. I should have used it for Fire Axe. But he's going to be doing it on us. So we will hit him with the Fire Axe, take him out. And then, so we've got 1 bonus. So this will do 13 now instead of the 10 it says. And we will whack him, and then we end our turn. They're going to apply block to themselves. And as you can see now, they're both going to attack our ally. And that is actually something that I think is unbalanced. But I will get to that when we get into it. Let's just draw again. Let's just take a swig again. We will use our mini bombs on this fella, which should kill him. So for multiple hits, attacks would have multiple hits like our mini bomb did. The combo does apply to each hit. So this is, you say, it's meant to do 9. This is going to do 42 points of damage. So that is the way that you can really, really ramp up your damage. So we won that tutorial combat pretty quickly, but it is just a tutorial. This has a lot more of a roguelike advancement system than Slave Spire and some other games I've played as well. So hands come back. Basically, they saw some villagers doing some weird things with a monolith out in the sea. They got attacked, as we just saw. And then the next morning, they have pulled this monolith back. Oh no, the moon's also gone. The moon's not disappeared, and it's now red. So they pulled this monolith back in, and this is also linked to the roguelike achievement. You earn, I think it's called Torment or something like that, which whenever your run ends, it goes into here to unlock other things.
But before that,
So before that, we need new people. So now we're into the game. So this is our upgrade tree. So you can see there's quite a lot. Some are a lot more powerful than others. But at first, all we can do is unlock the Propaganda Tender level 1, which unlocks the Private Detective, which is meant to be the first class. So we also have like a library. So there's different starting decks you can unlock. Flea Market unlocks random consumable at the start of the journey. Hospital increases your max HP. And then you can't see what the other ones, but they are quite powerful going down the line. Towards the end, I'll go back into the other one and I can show the one I've played before. And I can show you what it looks like towards the end, and we can see what items we've unlocked. I think it includes all the items I've unlocked on my main run, and the ones with the brains are from the new DLC. What is also good about the relics, or maybe it's just unlock all the common relics. So if you see, it says part of a collection straight jacket. If you get all of the relics from the same collection, which is quite rare to do, they get upgraded into a really, really powerful relic. So let's start our journey. So at the moment, technically only the detective is unlocked, but there is a new character from the DLC, which we're not going to play because I've not played it, and it does say it is difficult to master. So let's go with our detective. We can make him or her, randomize their name. There was one I got earlier which had Lovecraft in it. Clifford Blackwell, that sounds suspicious. That sounds nice and neo-noir. And you can customize the run. I don't think you could do this when I played it before. You can change the number of enemies, length of the axe, the DLC, and you can change other things. But let's just get into it. And this is where we get our deck. This character's ability is Flash, takes 1 insight, but we can draw an extra card. And we start with a relic, which we gain a consumable at the end of each scuffle. Scuffle isn't combat. I'll get into that in a second. So let's select our deck. At the start, we have an aggressive deck and a defensive deck. I am going to go with the aggressive deck for now. So this is where it's unbalanced. Well, this character is not particularly well balanced, I think, because he starts with a dog, and if a dog dies, he doesn't come back, but he's balanced around having the dog, and you can't control what your opponents attack. So this is, like in Slay the Spire, the map, but it's a bit different. We have 13 cards, play basically 13 things to do before we get to our first boss. And this is how we determine where we go. We have 3 decks, they're called travel decks. And navigation is 1, meaning we can see 1 deep in each. And then we can choose what we do. So at the moment we can go and visit the merchant, but we only have 75 gold. We can visit an asylum to restore sanity or insight. We've not lost any of that. Or a scuffle. Each thing we do costs fuel. If we run out of fuel, we lose the game. And we get some back at the beginning of each act, but there are abilities, there are things that lets us do it. So let's get into a scuffle. Scuffles are with humans. You do have fights with monsters, and some abilities do more damage against monsters or humans. So as we can see, this big fella's going to attack our dog. We can't control that, and that's what I think is a bit naff. What's also different between Slay the Spire, if you see these pips above at the top of our cards, these are, whenever we use them, our pip goes up. And when it goes to max, we can level it up. There's no leveling up at bonfires. So we want to use things as much as possible, essentially. So we'll hit him. Our dog is going to attack the big fella, and this guy's going to put a curse on our dog. Our dog does regen 2 hit points at the beginning of every round, but he has just been hit by a huge amount. We are getting hit this time by him, so we can just take him out. We are going to get a curse on us, but even though we're not getting attacked, it makes sense to use a block to level it up. And he's been given a weakness by our dog. We can't control what the dog does either, but he has just gained shell. Beginning of each turn, the character gains 4 block. What's also just about blocking this game is it doesn't remove completely the end of a turn. It goes down by half. So we're going to take a big hit, and we don't have any block cards in hand. So it is better to punch twice for the combat bonus than 1 big hit, although burn is impressive. There's loads of status effects in this game as well. So you see he's got bleed. Bleed does not decrease in combat at all, which makes it very hard to deal with. Right, let's take a swing. Let's just punch him. He's going to shield himself, and our dog's going to shield himself. You see, we've got 4 bleed, and it does not go away. So we hit him, and that will do it, yeah. So the fact we've only had 1 fight, and we've been hit a fair bit. A minus helmet, apply unbreakable to here at the beginning of any battle. Takes no damage from trauma, which is another ability, so that's good. And then mouth gag, switch to mad form. This is new. Provides plus 1 max energy. All damage to the character is increased by 50%. Grant status toxicity, meaning we deal poison whenever we hit, and we get a new card. I will take Shadow Strike because anything that deals damage and gains block is always good in my hand. So this is the kind of meta currency as well as gold we've got. So we have a choice of Merchant Steel Asylum. I'm going to do it. So this is a random encounter basically. It could be a combat, or it could be something like this, where we walk down a deserted street, the phone booth starts ringing. So I think because I've played it before, I know what these will do, because once you do them, so we can get random consumables times 3. Continue. So discard. Lose 2 sanity to recover health. That's pretty good. Dental all enemies is really good, and we'll take red pill. So warehouse lets us go, and basically wood, bricks, and steel is so we can upgrade, buy those things earlier. Basically, we can buy some for 50, or we can steal. I'm going to steal them. You get less, but it's better than nothing. So I want to get up some more gold before going to the merchant, and you see some things take different amounts of fuel. So the warehouse takes 2 fuel. Let's go to the merchant, see what we can buy.
Well.
Lovely, charming fella. So we can't afford any relics, which is kind of annoying. Can't afford anything really. Yeah, so we can gain some gold, we can lose sanity, remove a card from our deck. Yeah, I forgot how expensive things were. But alright, that was a bit of a waste. But we do, I think, get a monster melee. So we're up against 3 rats. And this is where it gets really annoying at the start, because we can't control what they attack. So we've got to basically try and take down. He's putting a cursor, so he'll probably make things weak. So we've taken down one and we will block. Because one of the things about upgrading as well is once you upgrade the basic block, you can use things. You can use them on your ally and it makes it a whole lot easier. So he's put weakness on them. They're both going to be attacking me, so I will use my blocks and take a swing and we'll attack the one who he's attacking him. So let's attack him. Yeah, they're going to attack me. One's just going to attack me and the other one is going to just block themselves. And now it should be pretty easy. Especially since we don't have any block. There we go. They're down to one. And burning. So for each stack of burn, they take 5 damage and monsters take double damage from burn. There's also freeze. I think there's acid. And they do certain things depending on like if you've got block or not. That's really good. I'm going to discard the red pill, take that. Repeatable block's okay. Motels, we can upgrade cards at the motel. So I think go to a refueling station. It does cost money to refuel. So here we can get a few free consumable worker shifters gain gold. So if you don't need to refuel, you can do. And in fact, I don't think we will because we get 10 fuel and we have 9 already. So it'll be a waste. And I think we have another refueling station. Yeah, there. So let's go to the motel. We will most likely upgrade a card. Because, so let's upgrade one we haven't used. And then there is a tree basically. So we can either go block reinforce, which increases it up to 10 and gives us dexterity. But the best one is, in my opinion, block team, meaning we can use this on an ally. So if our dog's getting whacked, that's really good. We can now put a block on it with that one block card. And there are other allies in the game as well. Let's go for a scuffle. Right. So we are taking damage. Let's take a swing. You're hitting us. You're putting... Let's attack you. And I am going to use my flash ability to draw a card because we do have 1 energy left. And ranking up the cards is really useful. And as I said, because block only halves, so we're going to have 11 block left over. So who's attacking the dog? The front one. We're not going to be able to take it out because he's attacking the middle one. So he is going to get hit for 9. And yeah, vulnerability works exactly the same as in Slave Aspire. Now we are getting punched by the guy at the back, annoyingly. Well, let's hit you. And this will take out everyone apart from the back one. So we're going to get hit for 5. But then, well, we don't actually have any... Well, the dog's going to... The dog's going to take him out, but we'll just use up all our cards to help upgrade them. Equipment. We gain a consumable by visiting the asylum, and then poison's pretty good. I'm going to get rid of that. And we get a card. Take smoke break. 3 cards are always pretty good. I would like now to find a shop because we do have a decent amount of gold. But let's go to the asylum because I want to get to the encounter. No. Well, we may as well meditate. Doesn't cost anything. I think they may have upped the amount you get from that because I don't remember that being that powerful. So I think I said it wrong. I think an encounter is always one of these. There's an unknown card which could be anything. Pass by the ruins of a riverbank. Get 2 random resource. Yes, we get some more wood. Because we're at 10 fuel, I am going to go to a refueling station. And we will buy 10 fuel. I literally have had times where I've had a boss fight and basically lost straight away afterwards. Do we go for an elite foe fight? Yeah. Let's have a brawl with a hostile and go to the elite foe fight. Probably not great doing it just before a boss fight, but... So what I'll do, I'm going to use a dynamite. Deals 10 to all enemies. And who's hitting us? So the difference between just a regular attack and a cursed attack. So if that attack goes through block, we will get cursed. But let's just kill him. So we're only going to take 6 and we've got 7 block. Or actually no, because we'd be made vulnerable. We are taking... Who's hitting us? That fella. He's being hit by the dog. So if we whack a block on and do an AoE, the dog will hit the one that's hitting us. He's going to get hit and gets a scratch. Once they're at 3 stacks, they sustain 6 damage. Not a great round. So our dog's going to take 7. And now he's up to 2 scratches. Let's put a block on him. Use up the rest of our cards. Let's draw a card because we have some spare energy, and let's do that again. There we go. Have to remember to use that inside ability, especially when it's card draw. Right, so we're going to kill him, so let's make sure we use up our abilities. Now the dog's going to get the killing blow. So you can see we get an upgrade card. So equipment, apply 1 fierce at the beginning of any battle. That's got some immunity to sanity loss. So bosses and elites do sanity loss. And again, when if we have no sanity, we die. So there's a lot of ways for that run to end. That's good, because while it doesn't hit for a huge amount, it raises our combo by 1. And I think it upgrades to being 3. So we can upgrade a punch. And now it's only 1 level of upgrade, 1 tree, just does more damage. Same with grenade. And take a swing. And our second take a swing. So we'll try the elite fight. Up against this big blobby dude. So he has regen 3. The Sathogua. I've never seen this one before, but he is going ham on our dog. So we'll punch him a couple of times. I'm going to use the regen on me. So he is... We don't know what he's doing. I think that usually means they summon something. So we're going to hit him with our fire axe. It does apply burn, and monsters take double damage from burn. And obviously he is a monster. Oh, it did something, but I don't know what it did. So he's just adding block. Yeah, so he took 10 damage from a burn and then it disappeared. Let's use our nunchaku. Then we'll give him a wallop. And then we'll just use a block. I think our dog's going to give him weakness. Yeah, only weakness 1. So he's going to remove my sanity. I'm going to use this because I like having leveled up block items. But we had Fearless, so that stopped that. And now he's going to do something else, which we don't know what. We'll use our fire axe to apply burn. And it's created a little dude. It inflicts poison when it attacks. It's immune to poison. So we'll use our smoke break. We'll use a defense on our dog and 1 on us. We do have let's punch that dude. I think we should be able to kill him pretty quickly. So these, it's going to be better doing these. And yeah, we can kill him. And I think he disappears. Oh no, he doesn't. We do have to kill the little dude. I don't know what that just did. But anyway. He's going to hit me, so let's get some block. Yeah, I'm going to get some more poison. Oh, toxicity is we get poison whenever we attack him, not whenever he attacks us. And that's it. That wasn't too hard for an elite. So we can pick a relic. Apply thick skin to adhere at the beginning of any battle. Take no damage from bleeding. That's pretty good because bleeding is really, really tough. Apply strength 4 to adhere after each attack on the hero sanity. That only really applies to elites and boss. So we're going to take first aid kit because bleed is very powerful. Don't think we need that. That's good. So we'll get a card. So this is a card that's exactly the same as in Slay the Spire. Deals 2 damage, 2 energy, does damage and applies weakness. But I think, yeah, we'll take that and we upgrade our cards. A punch, block team, block team, block team, and shadow strike. Yeah, we won't take that. And then yes, now we just have a fight with an Elder God. This big boy, Ithaqua. Well, let's take a swing. He's only hitting me, but quite a lot. Let's use that on me. Let's get our focus back. And he's not immune to anything. So he says he knows take no damage from cold, but he takes twice damage from burning, and they already take twice damage from burning anyway. Let's give him some poison, and let's just make him vulnerable. So he's going to try and get rid of my sanity. We've not used this at all, really, so let's do that. And our Fearless stops that. Now he's hitting both of us. So I'm going to put the block on the dog. And we'll apply weakness. So we're both going to take a couple of points of damage. But it's not the end of the world. Well, let's just go a punching. He now has a lot of block. He's also bleeding, which does not go away. We're about to take a fair amount of damage. I don't think you gain life between acts either. He's just playing Curse to us. Well, let's apply block. Cold. So cold does damage through block, which is annoying. Let's put a block on our dog. But he's going to take 5, and then from the cold as well. And he's just got more cold from the attack. Well, let's just do a fire axe on him. We're going to lose a point of sanity. Well, we need to block. We're using an Nunchaku just because we can upgrade it in this fight now. And dog's going to take 5. But he does regen, so I think that is generally the better idea. Let's draw some cards. Let's uppercut him. And punch him. Bleed doesn't go through block. Burn doesn't as well, I don't think. Well, we've got to put a block on him. Trying to find another block team. We're running out of insight. We do have them, but apparently we don't want to find any. Oh, now I'm in frenzy, I think. Yeah. Oh, at least our dog made him weak. He's only got 7 HP left. He will die from the dog, so let's just use this to help upgrade. And we get a new relic. We can choose the bottom we pick. We have 50% a little less sanity. We gain fearless. We already have 1 fearless. Add 2 dexterity to hero when an enemy is defeated. That's good for regular fights. Recover a health when enemies defeated. That's really good. So I'm going to take that. And we get... Oh, that's pretty good. Evasion. Let's get rid of our bracelet. It's a shame we only get common cards from the boss. We can recover health. And Adrenaline Rush is pretty good. Actually, no, Combat Stance is good. And we can upgrade more cards. Reinforced Fire Axe does the same damage but applies Burning 2. And then we can upgrade our blocks. So then we move on to the next act. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the run, just so we can see what happens at the end of a run. Abandon run, there we go. You know, our character's been dead. We have 5 logs. We got almost 600 fear. We get some more cutscenes.
Head, it's good that that's not.
Later that day.
Bad news, sir.
Or so.
What?
But then all out the fear we collected goes into the monolith. This is like the experience from Slay the Spire.
Is it over?
Look at the face. Brain. Head, we need brain.
You can count on me. I'm with you.
I can't remember. I think if yeah. So it gives us more construction resources. And we've leveled up a few times. And these are basically new cards we've got. I think these are for the guy we just played and these are for other ones. Admittedly, I've got 2 more as well. And new relics. Obviously a lot rarer ones. A lot more powerful ones. And then if we go into build, we only have 5 logs, so we can get a professor. We can unlock another starting deck. We can't afford the flea market yet, but we could afford hospital. We've got to upgrade so we can use the professor. And what I'll do quickly now is I'm just going to log in to the other game that I am a bit more advanced on. So we can show you some of the other unlocks as we go ahead. So I think, yeah, obviously the monolith's kind of been destroyed. But if we go into build, I've got some other cool stuff like storage provides random stuff. Cartographer gives us more motels and museums and navigation. Garage gives us more fuels. And then we get an extra travel card and, you know, getting fuel doesn't have any cost. I can't remember what the spheres and super spheres do. I think they're just upgradable stuff, because like the training center increases our combo and attack blocks, increases our draw and gives us max energy at the start, and increase sanity and increase max HP. So this you see like the upgrade tree here, and these are all like the cards. I've unlocked all the cards for everyone and the neutral. Obviously, I've not played the Abomination yet, but they have different play styles based on them and their decks as well. And just have a quick look at like these are all the rare, missing I think a few rares, most of them from the new DLC, apart from there's 3 aren't, and then epics, and there are legendaries, but these are some of these are the combined ones I talked about. As you see, Bird Bones, Monkey Soul, Skeleton Hand turns into Vampire Jaw, Deerstalker, which is I think the detective's starting ones. He has the magnifying glass, or he may not have the second one in the magnifying glass. But yeah, turns into the Deerstalker, increases your max HP recovery, and you keep the original ones as well. So that's pretty cool. But you obviously not unlocked many of them because they're not particularly easy to get. But yeah, it is quite. There's a lot more to it than Slave Aspire. As I said, I think there are some balance difficulties. But yeah, I hope you really like it. I really enjoy it. I'm going to carry on playing it, and I'll do some more videos of it as well. But in the meantime, I'll see you all in the next video.